Welcome to another episode of relive. Let's get it.
They call him hunt, fly. Hunt, the wild fowl die. Hunt, fly. Hunt, the wild fowl die. They call him rock the riders. They call him the wild fowl. They call him rock the riders. They call him the wild fowl. They call him hunt, fly.
Welcome to Riders Live. I'm your host, Riders. And today, what we're doing for this special bonus episode is a diary of a Marine. I am Corporal Hunt, United States Marine. I was stationed at Camp Pendleton, California. I joined the Marine Corps May 15, 1994, to serve my country and establish a stable future for my daughter. This is a diary of a Marine. Let's get it. It's time for another segment of What's Poppin', y'all. Dress blues. That's what's poppin'. Charlies, that's what's poppin'. Camis, that's what's poppin'. Boots and Utes, that's what's poppin'. Go Fasters, that's what's poppin'. Recruits, that's what's poppin'. First phase, that's what's poppin'. Second phase, that's what's poppin'. Third phase, that's what's poppin'. Graduation day. Welcome to Riders Live. So, the first time I was ever on a flight was going to Camp Pendleton, California, in San Diego, Marine Corps, MCRD, and I saw the yellow footprints. This is where processing began. This is where the whole culture shock of being in boot camp started, where they scare you to death. They scare you to the point they keep you up for 24 hours. You don't get no sleep. They make sure you do all your admin stuff. Everybody is acclimated and everybody is actually on the same time frame. They lock you on. So after this, you get maybe like about 3 hours of sleep after being up for 24 hours, but it seems as though you slept for a lifetime. Then you finally get something to eat. Then you begin first phase. So first phase consists of being a recruit, teaching you how to wash your body, shit, shower, and shave. And believe me, some people can't shit, shower, and shave. So they break you down to build you up. So part of being a Marine is you have to be physically fit. You have to be able to do 80 sit-ups, 20 pull-ups, and run 3 miles at your fastest time. I think the slowest time is like maybe 24 minutes for you to graduate first phase and to become a Marine. All of this is required. So you going to classes, you learning the Marine Corps history, You learning about the Marine Corps. You learning about everything that it is to be a Marine. You learning your general orders. You doing PT all day, the middle of the day, towards the end of the day. So a Marine day starts at like 5 a.m. and it ends at, I want to say maybe 6 p.m. That's when it ends. But all during the day, you going to classes. You actually in the classroom for PT where they wearing you out all the time. You drilling with the rifle. And you learning discipline. They instilling discipline in you. And they getting you right. So whoever you was before you left home and got to MCRD San Diego, that person will be gone for the next 12 weeks. They're trying to get rid of them. They're trying to get rid of him. So you wake up, that's reveille. You go to chow. After chow, you do PT. You go to classes and you drill. And if you're not catching on and you're a hard case, you're getting wore out in the classroom. So the classroom consists of extreme physical fitness, okay? I done seen grown men cry in this classroom, all behind these words. 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches. On your face, on your back, on your feet, on your face, on your back, on your back. 6 inches, 6 inches on your feet. So I'm going to translate that for everybody. I mean, get up, drop down, stand up, get on your back. 6 inches. It's a game. It's a game, but it's not a fun game by any means. They thrash you. So reveille is when you get up. Taps is when you go to bed. So before you go to bed, you should shower and shave. They give you an inspection, and they ask you if you having any medical problems. You got any medical problems, or if there's something going on with you, you're required to let the drill instructor know or your squad leader, because they're there to help you. You government property. You ain't no good if you're damaged. You ain't no good. So, second phase. Everybody don't make it to second phase. It's not an automatic thing. So when you go to second phase, first phase is the initial phase to get you stronger. When you go to second phase, you're required to do a 3-mile hump, a 5-mile hump, and a 10-mile hump. You will not complete second phase if you can't do the humps. When you go to the rifle range, you are required to shoot from 100 yards, 500 yards, and 1,000 yards. If you can't shoot, they don't need you. And if you can't shoot, you will be going home. So it would behoove you to pay attention and do everything that they tell you to do so you can go home when you're supposed to go home. Not be there extra 6, 7, 8 months getting out of second phase. No. And if you successfully complete the rifle range and the humps, the last step is climbing this mountain called the Reaper. Now, let me tell you about this Reaper. It's one of the most steepest, highest mountains at MCRD. Before you even climb it, they tell you before you start, look up now, look up. Because once you start climbing it and you think you're up there, and you see that you have not made any progress while you actually climbing it and looking up and find out you only 1/4 the way up there, it'll kill your spirit. And it's always one hard-headed recruit hunt, that look up there and you see that you're not all the way up there. Man, it's crazy. But I made it, and I did it. So next, after the drilling, the rifle range, the Reaper, you becoming closer to being a Marine. So they're a little light on you. A lot lighter compared to first phase, but it's still strenuous training. And what you do is you drill from sun up to sundown, from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock, especially after you do your final PFT, your final physical fitness test, where you're required to run the 3 miles. I think I finished my 3 mile at maybe like 16 minutes. I did the 20 pull-ups and the 80 sit-ups. I was physically fit, y'all. Yeah. And then I was looking forward to graduation. Shout out to my mom and my little sister, little Bobby. They came up there to visit me. I appreciate that. I had a daughter on the way. Treaty! Shout out to Triana, my oldest daughter. She 31 now, so that was back in the day, y'all. So you can consider this story kind of like a dusty, y'all. Consider it a dusty. So then after that, I graduated. And as soon as I graduated, just to have a piece of me, I took off my Charlies, which was my graduation uniform. I took them off so I could put on my civilian clothes and see what it's like to be free, feel what it's like to be free. Now, I went to boot camp with an orange and green Jekyll suit with some beef and broccoli Timberlands, and I had an orange beeper. When I cut my beeper on, I had almost like 2,000 pages on there. I guess people must have thought I fell off the earth, but I didn't. I was just bettering myself, And the first thing that I did was I got a cheeseburger, large fries with cheese, and some Hennessy. So this has been another episode of Riders Live, born on the 4th of July. Peace. You want some cool merchandise? Well, you want to go to riderslivepodcaststore.com. Also, we have t-shirts, hoodies, and drinkware accessories. You just shop, pick out what you like, and your orders will come straight to you directly. Also, subscribe to the Riders Live podcast. It's on all streaming platforms. You can even listen on ridersonline.net. You can get my music from the link tree. You can access my merchandise store, and you can listen on all streaming platforms right through the link tree. So subscribe, rate, and review to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify for podcasters, Google Podcasts, and Good Pods. And you can also leave a review on ridersonline.net. I appreciate everybody who's been listening to the show. Keep tapping in for great content and episodes. Thank you. We dropping the mic on Riders Live. I just wanted to give y'all a bonus episode. That's why I didn't drop Friday. I wanted to get y'all born on the 4th of July, everybody. So, next Friday, you can look forward to the regular scheduled hip-hop, urban culture, entrepreneur episode that I'm going to drop. Episodes drop every Friday at midnight, like clockwork. Peace.